2023 has been an absolutely god-tier year for gaming, and the final month of December is finally upon us. These are my top 15 most anticipated upcoming games in the month of December, and the list is arranged in order of release date. If you enjoy the video guys, then please subscribe, as less than 1% of the people watching my videos are actually subscribed to the channel, and I would love to have you guys on board this journey with me. Starting off, the first game on our list is Steamworld Build, which is a base building strategy simulation game where you are managing a Steamworld town inspired by the Old West. What is interesting is while the game allows you to build a base above ground, where you of course manage your supply chains and hunt for resources and ores, all while keeping the needs of your residents satisfied while maximizing your economy, the game also has an additional layer where you can also build below the ground. The story is that there are rumors of some ancient tech and other valuable resources buried underground, so you have to dig below and build supply chains and factories underground as well. You have to do all this while you also defend your base from varmints that attack you and your people. The game looks quite interesting and seems to be a popping city builder in which you also do some exquisite dungeon hunting below the ground. This gives me some joyful and fun vibes, so if you like games like these guys, check this out one when it releases on the 1st of December. The second game on the list is Arashi Castles of Sin, which is an amazing VR title which sees you play as a shinobi as you hunt from the shadows and master the art of stealth action as you infiltrate castles during feudal Japan. That is awesome, guys. The game puts you in the shoes of a shinobi and allows you to have an assortment of tools and weapons at your disposal which you can use to infiltrate and kill your enemies with efficiency and in style. You have weapons like blades, grenades, mines, arrows, blowguns, pistols, and the story here is that you are hunting the 6 Oni of the Iga village. The game looks like a massive treat for VR enjoyers and seems to be quite a high budget title with lots of detail and thought put into the gameplay mechanics, as the game supports your choices whether you want to make it through unscathed and unseen like a true shinobi, or if you want to face your enemies head on with style. Oh, and you also have Haru, your best doggo, with you to accompany you on your mission, so hell yeah. Arashi Castles of Sin releases on December 5th, so if you're interested, check it out guys. Moving on, the next game on our list is Three Kingdoms Zhao, which is an ARPG set during the romance of the Three Kingdoms period in ancient China, where the Han dynasty is nearing its end and the players follow Zhao, one of the most prominent generals of the period, as we go through a rich historical setting of ancient China while meeting various prominent historical characters from the period. The story follows Zhao and his epic adventures, and the game features real-time battles with thrilling action and allows you to use a variety of weapons, talents, and equipments with different skill systems to decimate your opponents and engage in duels. This game is very special in the sense that we don't get that many ARPGs these days, and an ARPG set in a historical setting, that is even more rare guys. I do look forward to exploring China in this game as the visuals and presentation look beautiful, and from what we can see, China also looks absolutely beautiful, and I can't wait to explore some of it and fight enemies and engage in some of the greatest battles in the history of China. The game releases on the 7th of December, so look forward to it guys. And oh boy, is the next one a big one, even if you can hear the smile on my face. The next one is Avatar: Frontiers of Pandora, which is an open world first person action shooter game set in the iconic Avatar universe from the movies. The game is being developed by the Ubisoft studio Massive Entertainment, who are known for the Division games, and this game looks to be a mix of Far Cry and Horizon Zero Dawn set in an Avatar universe. What's really unique is that you can fight using both Na'vi weapons like bows and arrows, while also being able to use human weapons like guns and rocket launchers. We can also ride our own Icaron and explore the open world and fight helicopters on it. and the open world and the world of Pandora looks downright stunning and breathtakingly gorgeous. The story here is that you were an orphan Navi who was abducted and trained as a soldier by the humans, but suspended into deep sleep when the facility you were in was attacked. You wake up after 15 years to a world that has changed completely from the one you remember, and you attempt to reconnect with other Navi tribes as you learn of your lost heritage. This was one of my most anticipated games of 2023, and now it's finally coming out, so I look forward to playing it on the 7th of December, guys. The next game on our list is Warhammer 40k Rogue Trader, which is a story-rich, classical RPG featuring isometric turn-based combat set in the iconic Warhammer 40k universe. The game's world is set in the Coronis Expanse, which is an uncharted, enormous void of systems filled with dangerous creatures and opportunities rife with profit and exploration. The game also places heavy emphasis on player control and agency, as it allows you to make choices during quests which have impact on the story, and you can either show your subjects mercy or disdain, stay faithful to the God Emperor, or consort with the enemies of mankind. Of course, you do not travel alone, but have a party which constitutes your retinue of righteous heroes or twisted psychers who are ready to obey your every command and follow you through the star systems. The game seems to be a dark and difficult journey, set in a brutal post-apocalyptic universe, and I am here all in for the raw vibe of this game and looking forward to playing it as it releases on the 7th of December. The sixth game on our list is Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis, which is a free-to-play party-based adventure RPG where you experience both classic and new stories within the FF7 universe, presented in a retro-style look combined with modern, beautifully rendered graphics. The game is available on both Steam and iOS/Android and will release monthly episodic content which retells the events from the OG 1997 game while also expanding on the backstory of Sephiroth. It will also feature a new original storyline focusing on 3 new characters, Glenn, Matt, and Lucia. The battle system draws inspiration from the original game's active time battle system. The game is mainly meant to serve as a companion piece to the FF7 universe, while giving us some more content to expand upon the main game story, as well as some side stories, all with some light-hearted fun action combat. I love Final Fantasy VII, and any new Final Fantasy VII content is always a must consume for me, so I will definitely check this game out to see some of the expanded story. And if you are interested in it as well, then it releases on the 7th of December on Steam and it's free to play. Next on our list, we have The Day Before, which is an open world survival MMO third-person shooter set in a post-apocalyptic US East Coast. If you have played the Division games, then this game has a similar concept where you join a devastated colony and are on a mission to rebuild society while fighting your way through the rogue enemies of the world, all the while building your arsenal of weapons as well as your wealth. The game features PvE, where you can fight against infected AI enemies, and also features hardcore PvP modes, where you fight against real players in a survival game for some awesome loot. The game is made in the beautiful Unreal Engine 5 and has survival elements like hunger, thirst, stamina, etc. and also boasts a ton of gun customizations and a variety of weapons. The gunplay is fanatic and fast-paced, placing focus on thrilling action as you fend off zombies or other players. The game looks quite cool and is something fun to play with your friends after a hard day at work, so if you are interested in these type of games, then keep an eye out for it as it releases on the 7th of December in early access. The next game on our list is Resident Evil 4 Remake VR, which is a VR version of RE4 which is free to all owners who bought the remake earlier this year. Honestly, this is such a fantastic deal as devs are giving out what is essentially an entirely new product for free for existing owners. And this is such a win for Capcom, honestly. Massive W in my opinion. that they are giving out massive content like this for free in a world where companies are charging tons of money for the slightest of updates and content. Looking at you, Destiny. And holy hell, like RE4 Remake is a looker, man, but the VR version looks so damn immersive and beautiful and only makes all the thrilling action all the more heart-pounding and scary from the first-person perspective in VR. I think looking at the gameplay you can tell how awesome all of this looks and feels, and if you are a VR enthusiast then definitely check this one out. And of course, if you bought RE4 at launch or anytime throughout the year and have a VR headset lying around, then there is no reason not to try this masterpiece, right? Alright, next up we have Path of Exile Affliction, which is a massive expansion for Path of Exile 1, probably the biggest content update ever made for the game actually. The story sees the players cleansing the Viridian Wildwood of its affliction while earning valuable rewards and learning the ancient ways of the Azmeri Wanderers. The expansion adds a completely new area to the game, along with 3 new classes, new gameplay mechanics and systems, and much more. There are new monsters to fight, new valuable loot to grind, as well as an ultimatum game mode which allows you to partake combat trials for massive rewards. The further you go in the trial, the more rewards you get, but you also face more risk of tougher and deadlier enemies and you might lose everything you have. Path of Exile is honestly great and it's a free to play game that is not pay to win. The devs deserve a lot of love for all the work that they have done, and if you are interested in some ARPGs with thrilling dark fantasy action, check this expansion out on the 7th of December. The next game on our list is Arizona Sunshine 2, which is a VR action-adventure FPS game which takes you to the sun-kissed, zombified Arizona, where you use all kinds of weapons from shotguns, flamethrowers and machetes to take down zombies in realistic combat as you search the Arizona countryside for answers about the existence of humanity in this desolate and brutal post-apocalyptic world. The game's campaign allows you to explore these next-gen environments in 2-player co-op with a friend and enjoy the story and brutal combat together. The game also features a 4-player co-op Horde mode, where the devs have also promised to release additional free maps for this mode during the first year after release. The game also features some mature dark humor and honestly seems like a fun time to have with your friends. If you're interested in this, then the game, like many others on this list, also releases on 7th of December. Like seriously, why is every game releasing on the 7th of December? Is there something to it, guys? The next game on our list is Stargate Timekeepers, which is a real-time tactics game where you lead a team of specialists through a story-driven campaign set in the SG-1 universe from the Stargate TV show. The game features an original story unfolding over 14 narrative-rich missions where you and your newly formed team of elites sneak behind enemy lines in a thrilling strategic combat scenario where you use your character's unique skills, craft the perfect plan to unravel a time loop mystery, and defeat the threat of the enemy. Your team members specialize in different weapons and roles, like being a frontline master of automatic machine guns, while the other is an agile and expert sniper capable of taking enemies down from far away. Yet another is a spy and technical officer skilled in using gadgets. Each individual has a set of unique abilities and playstyles, and the goal is to mix and match and smartly combine all of these to your benefit and silently eliminate your enemies in quick succession. If you like this show, then the game is a definitive treat for you, and if you did not watch the show, even then you can enjoy its original story if you are interested in a sci-fi tactics game with a deep narrative. The game will release on the 12th of December if you are interested. Alright, the next game on our list is Pioneers of Pagonia, which is a base building colony sim where you populate the fantastical islands of Pagonia and send out your pioneers to explore new lands, find hidden resources, and uncover secrets. Once you build your economy and empire on your own island, you can send out pioneers to unite with scattered tribes, by helping them solve their problems and fulfilling their most important desires. The game features over 40 buildings and more than 70 different goods and resources to manage, while your cities are made up of thousands of inhabitants who scurry around to execute your orders and build your village and claim your territory. You also have to protect your population from hostile animals, plundering bandits, as well as mythical creatures. If you're interested in some fun city building and relaxing simulation games where you can use your creativity to build a thriving economy, then check out Pioneers of Pagonia when it releases on the 13th of December. Moving on, next we have House Flipper 2, which is a simulation game focused on designing and architecture where you renovate homes in your neighborhood of Peanut Cove in the most fashionable and practical way possible. The main aim of this game is putting you in the foreman's shoes and offer you a relaxing gameplay session where you renovate, decorate, and rebuild houses, or even build new ones from scratch if you want, as you please, all the while making a fortune while helping out the community of the town. The game allows you to design the house of your dreams as you see fit. There are also some small story tidbits here and there as you meet new residents of the town, but the main draw here is definitely the relaxing house building simulation aspect of the game, and it seems like the perfect game to play to de-stress yourself and feel rejuvenated after a hard day at work. So if you're interested, the game comes out on the 14th of December. For the next game on our list, we have Granblue Fantasy vs Rising, which is a 2D fighting action RPG set in the Granblue Fantasy universe. The game features a captivating story campaign where you embark on a journey through the vast skies of Granblue Fantasy universe and immerse yourself in an epic adventure while mastering the fundamentals of gameplay. As you take on more quests in this action RPG inspired experience, you'll continue to grow stronger, and you can also equip your favorite characters with a variety of character colors, weapon skins, lobby avatars, and even a selectable partner character to cheer you on and give you advice during matches. And what's even more interesting is that the game allows you to take a breather after intense matches in an island lobby area, which the devs have said is filled with fun attractions. The game also features PvP multiplayer where you can go against other players in online battle, and if you're a fan of Granblue Fantasy anime or the games, then you're gonna have fun with this one. And if you're interested, it releases on the 14th of December. The final game on our list is Soulslinger Envoy of Death, which is a fanatic fast-paced roguelike FPS action game where you look cool while destroying your enemies in style. The game sees you become an Envoy of Death, allowing you to unleash the incredible powers that will make you the most dangerous soul in the world of Haven. The story follows a gritty war against the Cartel, which is a ruthless organization of sorts which is harvesting souls to break free from the shackles of afterlife. The game has this unique setting where the world is basically the afterlife realm and everything has this dark and gritty atmospheric look to it. And in this mesmerizing Western fantasy world, you will experience a tale of grief, loss, and one man's obsession with cheating death itself. The game is a roguelike, meaning you battle in random sequences of levels built in a unique way, and you have to play the same runs again and again until you clear the entire game in one go. What's interesting is that during each run you get more stronger and you get new story elements and tidbits, and the story in this game actually adapts to what you do in the roguelike gameplay, similar to something that you see in Hades. So if you are interested, the game comes out on the 14th of December, so look forward to it. This was my list of the top 15 games releasing in December 2023, guys. We had a great year for gaming, one of the best if not the best, honestly. And if you enjoyed this video, guys, then please drop a like and subscribe to the channel, because making these videos takes a lot of time and effort, and I would be really grateful to have you on this journey with me. I hope all of you have a great day full of positivity and happy gaming, guys.